Big up everybody who check in. Remember to like, share, comment and subscribe. Now after this video footage start to circulate social media, people start to say the Prime Minister need to repent. After a sermon from a pastor that was seemingly geared towards politicians, while politicians were in attendance. Me, I'm going to say what I want, and then we'll continue the reasoning. Look and listen, because Vegas also speak about it.
But we have our rules. And with that, Peter escorts him to the elevator and he goes down and down and down to hell. The doors open. He finds himself in the middle of a green golf course. In the distance is a clubhouse, and standing in front of it are all his friends and other politicians who had worked with him. Everyone is happy and in neat dresses. They run to greet him, shake his hand, and they reminisce about the good times they had getting rich at the expense of the people.
Me see the pastor preach a sermon and the man I say, yo, Peter and one man, an MP, and the MP robbed from the poor and became rich and him go to hell. And one bag of thing and the cameraman just turn pan Holness and me I say, can we go with a sermon, yeah? Type in the comment and explain to me how to get it to be and how the sermon there, yeah, match up to sending off someone, yeah, to the other side. That sermon about PM thief money or I'm not PM, but name member of parliament thief money and rich and get rich off of the poor. And help me out, give me a struggle for find out how comes that is Holness must repent.
Now Vegas I say, if you know how people arrive at the conclusion, say the Prime Minister have repent. Well, basically, based on what the pastor did say, this sound like this was a sermon geared towards the politicians who were in attendance. And more than likely, the pastor for that church did know. So the politicians would be in attendance. Remember, the Prime Minister got forward. So him security detail got forward. You know what I mean? Certain precautions have to be made. So the pastor was aware. So this sermon, like, he made that speak out. Remember, pastors are here while going on in the media just like everybody else. Pastor watch news or read Gleaner, Observer and Star and, you know what I mean, the New York Times and you name the news publications. Pastors are aware of the news. So when we hear Vegas, I say, we must say, if I just base upon just a statement there alone, well, from what the pastor said, the pastor basically I say, any elected officials will feel like their narrative suit we matter about. If you repent, no. What does that have to do with the Prime Minister specifically? All part of the politician he did it. The Prime Minister was not the only politician that was there. What I'm going to say though is, it was strange when everybody else get up, the Prime Minister have to tell the Security Minister to get up and go see what I go on to. And him and the Minister of Security. Yo, when I see the whole scenario, I have to say, wait. Some people say, well, the Prime Minister himself to get up. Well, him being the Prime Minister of the country, you know what I mean? You know that go. The whole security something there. You know what I mean? But how come he would have to touch the Security Minister and say, you know, so what I go on? Was the Security Minister again not paying attention to what I go on? We don't know. People in the constituency seem to love him though. But as it pertains to what take place with the Prime Minister, I guess everything will take place now. It put the Prime Minister under more scrutiny. I just want them situation there. Since what take place with the Integrity Commission, the way it was presented to the media, I don't want them thing the way it just have to go away overnight. So when things like this happen, of course, people are gonna say, out of all the politicians there, the most famous politician there was indeed the Prime Minister. The leader of the party, leader of the country. So even though other politicians there, the focus will just be the Prime Minister. That's one of the things when you're a public figure. You know what I mean? But Tell me what you think about the whole scenario. Tell me what you think about the way the government has been handling the scandal and the situation thus far. Where some people are point out, say, the Integrity Commission did not go to the Parliament for the confirmation or the go-ahead from Parliament to get additional resources or additional entities to look into the Prime Minister's finances. Some people are saying that they interpret it as them going to Parliament for support, which would mean that, and since the Parliament, I guess, denied or did not give their support, what some people are asked and what some people are speculate are kind of the same thing. Some people are saying, if support was not given and then they need permission from Parliament, does that mean that the investigation will continue? Or I eat that? Because already you say the Prime Minister and Integrity Commission are going to take this thing to court. And when me say the Integrity Commission's report was left open to interpretation, some people say, you know, left open to the interpretation. Them gather what them gather from it. I'm going to still say the Integrity Commission, for this very same reason, like what the Prime Minister have them a court for, them stop short of saying just that. But everybody else has said what was interpreted. And I guess them put it out for that interpretation. Or how the Prime Minister look on it. Say, them couldn't prove what them want to prove, so them put it out to the media for people assume. Now some people say the bank accounts, whether or not enough money in there, they must say, yo, what do we have bank accounts for? We don't know. How it look though. With, of course, elections right around the corner. This might be something if voters think about when them a vote. As much as some people probably want to downplay it and say, boy, no, nothing. Voters won't be paying this any mind. I don't really think so. The fact that this has been publicized, remember, local news outlets already start to publicize this. From when it happened, it's still fresh on the mind of the people. The opposition walk out of Parliament because Parliament never want to address the situation. So the opposition now let it go. So the opposition will be reminding voters, see what this did go on. Some people also say, this is just politics. One side has say one thing about the other, which might be true, but one side saying one thing about the other, will that result in one side being more favored, one side getting more votes? Is a possibility. Talk to me in the comment section, tell me what you think. If you're new to the channel, let's pass through. Click the subscribe icon and the bell icon, and of course, put it on all. And this is how you know will be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here upon the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and bust a share. And tell a friend, tell them sister and them brother them to check out the channel, check out the reason, and also join the discussion. The comment section open 24/7, it never lack it. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts and comments, and yes, your opinions there, and we can continue the reasoning via the comment section. Now a quick recap. After the footage started to circulate on social media with the Prime Minister and other members of Parliament in attendance and a pastor giving a ceremony that people saying seem like the pastor that called out the Prime Minister. But that's it, at the very least, just giving a sermon that sound like it had a message for politicians overall. Me wouldn't say the Prime Minister, but let's say the politicians overall. But tell me what you think. Until the reason again, live, love and prosper, and stay tuned.